Hello, YouTube.
Hey, this is Adam. We're in Canada right now. We just smoked some legal Canadian weed, and we're stoned, and we want to answer some weird questions that you guys left us on Instagram.
Are they all weird?
This is the question I'm always. This question is what kept me on the psychedelic path when I had this experience, and what really solidified my lifestyle. And I'm always curious to hear other people's opinions about this.
How did you put on your YouTube voice so easily?
Do I have a YouTube voice?
Yeah, I can't put mine on right now. I'm too stoned. Okay, PsychedSubstance here with my YouTube voice. I think mine is more intense. You don't know you got a YouTube voice?
Do I have a YouTube voice?
The fluxions go up a bit more than normal. You can't tell?
Does it sound good?
It sounds... Dude, you have to for YouTube. Like, when I'm making a video, sometimes I'm all, like, projecting like this. But if you were at my house, I'd be like, hey, how's it going, man? Like, you know, sounds...
Yeah, entities. What the fuck are the entities? When you're on DMT or on mushrooms and you contact these things.
Yeah, so I'm going to tell you exactly what those fucking entities are. They're my mom.
The traumatic experiences you had from your mom coming back to haunt you.
My mom thinks she's psychic, which she has definitely proven a potential for in the past. So she's just like psychically implanting herself in my trips.
She told you that?
Yeah, she's telling so she can like boss me around
Your mom.
indirectly, and I'll actually listen. That's what the entities are, man. It's Adam. You tripping, you see entities. It's just Adam's mom fucking with you.
Me too. You want to fucking with me too?
Dakota, having a YouTube voice doesn't make you fake. Like,
okay,
no,
good.
it doesn't. I don't know if that's what you're thinking. There's like, it's like having like a presenter voice.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you're doing videos, you have to present the topic. You got to keep it interesting. If you just talk all like monotone and drone, it's not as interesting, right? Come on, man. We got to get those views, baby.
After all these psychedelic experiences that you've had, have you not reached the point which you realize that you shouldn't be using them anymore, but rather be doing something like meditation? We just talked about that in the podcast that we just did.
The first thing I'd like to say is who told you about should or shouldn't? The whole basis of this question comes from like everybody reaches a point where you shouldn't. But where does that come from? Who told you that?
Like you shouldn't take psychedelics?
That you shouldn't take them anymore. Yeah, like who implanted the you have to get to a point without them thing in your head? What is that? When you're so enlightened, then you don't need that shit? Like, yeah, when are you going to reach that enlightened point where you have these answers? Or maybe he means when you realize that it was all stupid. We don't know what this guy means. I don't like his undertones.
Brother Nature, that's his name. That's a good name.
It's brother with a U.
I'm going to regurgitate the point I brought up when we did your podcast. That the whole idea of having to do something yourself, you can't do anything yourself. Like you're always, especially in the context of plants, like using plants to connect to higher realms of consciousness, higher states of consciousness, you have to do that anyway because you're breathing in or whatever plants release. Oxygen? Is that what they release?
No, man. It's gasoline.
They release gasoline?
Yeah.
You have to have plants. Like when you're meditating, when you're focusing on your breath, it's a relationship with plants. This is all a relationship with plants. That's my conclusion. So the plants are the guru. And and also I think people like assume that if you talk about psychedelics a couple times that you're like always just on psychedelics. It's not like I'm taking LSD every day.
It's not like you tried to drink ayahuasca earlier today. Like, geez, man.
Yeah, you're right. This person said, I can't use substances. So maybe they have addiction issues or something.
Right.
But my question is, how can you grow and evolve without the use of psychedelics? And by the way, I love your channel.
This guy's assuming that you need psychedelics to grow. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Stop making assumptions, first of all.
Yeah, both these last couple questions were assumptions, huh?
Mm-hmm. Hold on, let's look at his name. John KeeganLally.art. What's .art?
He probably makes art.
That's cool.
He's an artist.
I love artists. I can't use substances. My question is, how can
Which
you
might help your art, actually.
Yeah, and evolve with the use of psychedelics. Excuse me. You can, I don't know. I feel like when I was 5, I started growing a little faster, and then I became an adult. So I've just been growing, and then like my skin evolves into wrinkles over time, right? My head, it actually evolved. At one point there was hair, and it evolved.
At one point you didn't have a head. You're not totally bald yet. I can still see some stuff. It's from all the drugs.
No, it was before drugs.
What's the question again? My question is, how can you grow and evolve without psychedelics?
It just happens, man.
Feed people, serve people.
Yes.
What advice would you have for a person that don't? Oh yeah. What advice would you have for a person that don't know what to do with their life?
First of all, you must learn how to properly speak. If English isn't your first
Okay,
language.
this doesn't look like a first language.
Okay, good.
And I don't want to make any assumptions here.
No assumptions.
English-speaking people have a variety of names, but just to back up my friend here on the phone.
Yes.
What they say?
Yeah. So that doesn't know what to do in their life. At least they got the correct form of there. Good job. But so many people don't know what to do in their life.
What are you supposed to be doing? Are we supposed to be doing something?
Are we?
Are we supposed to be doing something?
Do you feel like that?
Yeah. No, I mean, I guess not on like an intuitive level. I don't feel like that. I feel like society forces us to feel like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we have this sort of inclination that we're supposed to be reaching somewhere. Like, it's built into the system. You're in school, go to college, you get a job. You're always constantly working and progressing towards something. So I think that we always feel this kind of need to be doing something.
Right, I get that.
But we don't want. Who wants to do stuff? We all just want to hang out. So obviously that's not what we're supposed to be doing.
I like creating.
I think we like creating. We
That's
definitely
what
like creating.
I see that as synonymous. Doing something and creating is the same thing.
Well, this advice would you do for someone that doesn't know what to do in their life? I feel like these kind of questions come from people that are like feel trapped in society.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like what am I supposed to do in my life? That's how I took this question.
That's just a feeling, though. If you feel trapped, then that's on you.
Yeah.
Feelings are subjective. What I'm saying is you can choose to focus on a different feeling. It just might take some practice. But if you don't know what to do in your life, the advice I would give would just be what makes you happy.
You do that makes you enjoyable.
What I'm doing here, like doing videos.
Yeah.
Answering these silly questions in silly ways. This is fun.
And it's all just connecting. That's all this is right here. Is just a connection of human beings. We're not really doing anything at all but connecting and loving each other. So that's what you're supposed to do. Love each other. Love yourself.
V Third Eye says, I'm curious what you both think of my style of drug video. I know there's loads of room for improvement, but am I doing more harm than good?
So this is V Third Eye. He makes YouTube videos kind of about drugs and stuff like that.
Wasn't he V One Eye?
Yeah, he changed it to V Third Eye because he's now spiritually awakened. That's what psychedelics do to you. Potentially.
Someone who's spiritually awakened wouldn't feel the need to change their name.
Actually, I like the idea of changing your name a little bit because it's a symbol. It's like a kind of like a rebirth type of thing.
Yeah, I see that aspect.
Yeah. And I remember symbolic creatures.
Of rebirth.
Let's watch one of these videos and see. Let's make some judgments on him.
Some judgments on him? Okay, find it.
7 Days of Kratom ruined my life.
That title's stupid. 7 days of Kratom isn't going to ruin your life. Like, what happened when he was on Kratom? Did the Kratom...
Should we watch that one?
What if the Kratom made him kill someone? Then that could ruin your life.
That's a good example. Because Kratom is a drug, right? You can consider Kratom a drug.
Of course it's a drug. I was addicted to it.
Okay, so it's a drug that you can get addicted to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see.
But not in 7 days.
Not in 7 days.
No.
Let's see what he says. Give him a chance.
What up, dudes? So I'm here in Indonesia, a place where drugs are very forbidden, but I found this. It's called kratom. It's a herbal
Kratom.
powder. It's an
Yeah, the correct way is kratom.
Kratom.
The only time I've heard about this stuff
Or
is when
kratom.
PsychedSubstance
Kratom.
made a lot of videos on.
Good job, man. That was an interesting video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His question goes, do you think it hurts or do you think it helps?
I think it's good that people are documenting their experiences to share with others.
Yeah, you're right, actually. I think it is. Is there any negatives to it?
A negative would be if you are lying or improperly
Representing it?
representing it by... Only he knows. If he was being honest about his experience, then that's good.
Yeah.
But if you're like over sensationalizing things for views, that is bad. That helps nobody. That hurts everybody. Because it hurts the drug scene.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
hurting their future. That's what caused them to be illegal, was the over sensationalization. So don't even over sensationalize it to be good, bad. Just be fucking real, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if he's being real, then it's
good.
good.
Yeah, it seemed really raw.
I think he is taking too much.
Yeah, it did seem like it.
Which could be a criticism on the video. I don't think he did enough research.
Yeah.
Which could be bad, man, because, like, why did you say 4 teaspoons? But I'm assuming things. Maybe he just didn't want to be honest with the dose. Maybe he didn't want to incriminate himself. I don't know. I don't know why people do the shit they do. But in the future, if you can, say the doses, and then state what the average doses are. Maybe he did and we missed it. Like, I feel
Yeah,
really stupid
I skipped a bit of it, so
She has hashtag basehead. What's a... Dude, when
Yeah,
I think
like
of
base.
base, I think base is...
You think of fish?
No,
You
base is
goddamn
crack,
Canadian.
man.
Crack?
Yeah, that's what base is.
Crack.
It is. yeah.
Jesus.
Smoke some base. You've never heard of that? Favorite ice cream? Got no idea, man.
Coffee, ice cream.
Do you think balance can be achieved in this realm? Well, balance,
I think balance
already is achieved. Figure that one out. So awesome this is happening. Fuck yeah, Ben! How to take psilocybe after a bad trip. Don't take it!
Or take it again.
Such a poser. Damn right. Yes.
I agree.
Much excite. Good thing, Loki. Why do I always get paranoid and anxious on weed? Well, that's because you're paranoid and anxious as a normal person. Maybe you just don't realize it, and then the weed's bringing out that part of you, and you can't handle being paranoid, so then you get freaked out.
Is there any science behind that, or is it totally psychological like that?
I'm just making this shit up as I go.
It sounds right. Yeah, that sounds right.
The paranoid thing?
Yeah, I feel like...
Here's what happens. Everyone has the potential for paranoid thought, right?
Right.
Like, anybody can be paranoid. It depends what the circumstances are to cause that paranoia. And some people are just better at dealing with paranoia than others.
Yeah,
it doesn't affect
weed
them.
amplifies that. Anything like food, music, everything is amplified.
Weed
by
amplifies how you feel.
Yeah.
So then if you're amplified feelings, and then you might naturally have paranoid thoughts in your everyday life, or anxieties that you just don't really focus on, or you're just used to your anxieties, but when they're amplified, you're not used to how that feels, and it freaks you out. But it could just be highlighting a spotlight on how your brain normally works. You just aren't recognizing it. So my own paranoia actually stopped with weed because I got really comfortable with feeling paranoid, and then when I got comfortable and like actually looked at it and faced it, it kind of just went away, because it was like paranoia only exists when you're uncomfortable with it. Otherwise, it's not called paranoia anymore. It's weird. How do I overthrow the government? Well, you smoke some DMT and leave this realm where there is no government, so you kind of bypass it through a loophole, and then you come back and you just go with the flow, baby.
I think you should just start your own business and then invest your money into a intentional community and eventually try to be self-sufficient, and yeah, we'll just do that, little communities like that all over the world.
If you could go back in time anywhere,
No
where would you
governments are
go?
necessary.
Where would you go?
If I could do what? If I go anywhere in time?
Yeah, where would you go?
I don't know.
Shit.
I think I would like to see tribal people that were like making cave art and stuff like that.
They'd fucking kill you.
And I don't think so. I think I'd show my cell phone and stuff like, hey, check this out, dude.
Yeah, and they'd kill you and
Take
take
my
it,
cell
and
phone.
then be like, well, this is
And
weird.
they'd be painting it on walls, and that's what we're seeing now.
Or they just smash it because it was something they didn't understand, and they thought you were a
No.
goddamn demon.
No, I would like to go back to the civilized humans. Those guys are civilized.
They fucking kill you.
They're making art and stuff. They're probably civilized.
Yeah, when you show up in what, like this bright light?
I
that
show
just
up
goes-
like this. I show up like this with my camera. What's going on, guys?
Oh god.
I'm doing that now, kind of. Anyway, I was hanging out with that one guy. He's kind of a caveman.
People back in those days used to kill, but they didn't understand.
I don't know about that. That's a myth.
Is it a myth?
That's a substance myth.
I would love to go back in time to somewhere. I want to say dinosaurs, but they would fucking kill you.
They would definitely kill you. Yeah, there's no getting around that one.
I just like to see them. I would like to go back in time to Dinosaur Era, but be like a ghost that could just kind of move, like
Yeah.
as if I was just a fly observing.
Yeah,
And then just like observe what was going on, because I find that whole time period fascinating because of how little we know,
Yeah.
and just how monstrous those creatures were. I want some goddamn answers, and I want to ask them where they went.
Well, if we can break the laws of physics, I want to go back all the way to the beginning of the universe to see what was going on.
Oh, okay.
The universe is probably infinite, right? That's what
I don't know. Can you actually like wrap your head around infinite?
No, I can't, because that means that there's either if the universe is not infinite, that means there's like a wall somewhere. Like there can't be just be a wall somewhere, because that would mean it was finite. You know, there has to be there's a finite space that it's encompassed in.
What do you mean? How would that make it finite? Then what's on the other side of the wall?
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, that's a paradox right there. And then the other thing is, it also can't go on forever. So there can't be a wall, and it can't go on forever. Or I mean, maybe it can. Maybe that's what it's doing, and maybe that's how you kind of visualize infinity. But yeah, I don't know how that's possible.
I don't know. In your head, is there ever a point when you're thinking about stuff and you're imagining, like say you're using your imagination and you're picturing things? Do you ever reach the point where you can no longer imagine something anymore? Where like you hit a wall, or like it just stops working, no more imagination, just system meltdown?
I don't think so.
Then the universe is infinite. What's your favorite psychedelic personally? Or when was the moment you realized drugs can unlock different doors of perception?
I have the most nostalgia for mushrooms, and that was the first time that I was like, oh fuck, there really is something more going on here that we're not paying attention to.
Mm-hmm.
And how the hell did they keep this a secret? How the hell did I not know about this? Did my parents not teach me about this?
Just say no.
Yeah. Fuck.
Just say no.
That's a crime against humanity, I think.
God fucking knows. You gotta be a yes man like Jim Carrey. You ever see that movie?
Where he just says yes to everything?
Yeah, I just watched it like 3 days ago.
What'd you think?
It's a great movie. He's hilarious. Your thoughts on the afterlife?
This is the afterlife.
Here we go. Any out-of-body experiences?
Yeah, I've had a couple. Only induced by psychedelics, though. I've never had a sober out-of-body experience.
Have you astral projected?
Only on psychedelics.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
You've never tried to do it sober?
I've never tried to do it sober, and I don't know if what I experienced was astral projection, but just like based on what happened to me and like seeing people's experiences,
I see.
I think that was what people are talking about when they say they astral project.
Gotcha.
Maybe, I don't know, because I've never done it sober, but yeah, I had like an experience where I left my body and was able to kind of, the way I explain it is kind of like, right now, this reality that we're in, we have to travel through space, which requires time to get through space, and this place was reversed. There was no time necessary to be somewhere. Like if I wanted to be somewhere, I was just there.
Mm-hmm.
If I wanted to do something or have any kind of knowledge or anything, it was just there.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's kind of like the astral projection thing, right? Isn't that what happens?
I don't know, is it?
Oh,
I'm
I
not
don't
an
know.
expert on this
Oh, I
stuff.
thought you had one.
Yeah, but I don't know, man.
What happens when you have it?
It's the same as a lucid dream, basically.
Oh, that's it? No, my
Yeah.
experience is way more intense than a lucid dream.
Okay.
But I was like tripping balls.
Yeah, because you were in a trip.
Yeah, I was tripping hard.
That's different, man.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the same thing. Adam, let Dakota smell the supersonic bud. Joke's on you, Haley Faith. He fucking smoked the supersonic bud.
I did? Wait,
yeah, let
that's
alone
what I'm on right
smell
now?
it. No, that was last night. You smoked the
Okay.
supersonic
Nice.
bud.
Yeah, that was cool. Well, what's the significance of
It smells
supersonic
like
bud?
poop. Remember I said
Oh, yeah,
smell
you
this
did.
one?
Yeah, you said it
What did it
smelled
smell
like
like?
It smelled like poop, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, like manure though, right? Like it was just grown in poop.
Yeah, like it was grown in poop.
Exactly.
Like a farm.
Anyway, I gotta take a piss, so we're gonna have to. That's enough. We
Yeah,
answered
let's
a ton.
wrap this up.
Yeah.
What do we say?
We say thank you for watching today's video. It has been a pleasure.
There's your YouTube voice.
to
You
have
got one.
Dakota here. Oh, it comes on in the outros.
Okay.
See, I can't do the outro normal. It's got the YouTube voice comes on.
All right, hold on, let me do, what is this? Get in like a position.
What do you mean I got one? I never said I didn't have one.
No, but it kicked in just then. I heard it.
Of course it kicked in. I'm doing the outro, man. I used to know. I told you about that hypnotist guy I knew.
Yeah.
He used to say that we all have different trances. This is how he related it.
Wow,
That
that's
we're
cool.
in. Like when you're at work, you're in your work trance. You
Yeah.
wouldn't talk to someone while you're at work. You would not talk to someone while you were at work the same way you talk to them, say if they were in your house.
Oh, that's a cool way to think.
Then you
of
got the house trance. So then when you do the videos, you just snap into this like, welcome to PsychedSubstance. In today's video, we're
Yeah.
going to be talking about methylone.
the
Like,
political trance that everyone's in.
Yeah.
All these trances. That's
Yeah,
cool. That's
we're
a
all
cool
in
way to think of
trances.
it. Yeah.
it always stuck with me the way he said
Yeah.
that, because I can relate.
Yeah, same. That's cool.
And then problems happen when you take your how I acted at home trance and put
Yeah.
that in the work trance. Then you're like, fuck's wrong with this fucking guy?
Yeah.
Why is he acting like this? Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah. Anyways.
Well, you're still stuck on the YouTube thing. Did you not know you had a YouTube voice? Are you crazy?
I knew I had a YouTube voice. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I got a YouTube voice.
Of course you do. You do YouTube.
Okay. All right, Adam.
Look, there.
Yeah, being human's weird.
Being human.
And being able to
weird.
talk about it is also weird. That we're conscious of how weird.
No, that's
it is.
what's weird.
Yeah,
it's not actually weird to be human because we don't know anything else.
Yeah.
It can't be weird to be all you know, or do we know other things? But the fact of like just calling it out as weird is so bizarre. Like, do you see like fucking cats? They're all like, like, you know, calling themselves out. Like, being a cat is so weird. No, they're just being fucking cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they look pretty content with it.
Yeah, we get like panic attacks over it.
Yeah, we're fucking weird, man. What kind of an animal gets scared of itself?
Yeah, it is.
We'll be like in a dark room and then get scared of the dark when really we're just
yeah,
scared
no,
of our own
fuck.
thoughts. I think animals, saying animals in the dark, and you know they get scared when other animals approach?
Yeah.
They're not scared until they get the sense. They'll get
Maybe.
the danger and then they're like,
Oh.
that was freaky.
Ooh, I think this means to stop.
Synchronistic. Anyway, thank you for watching this episode. In my best PsychedSubstance announcer voice, it was a pleasure to be
See
on
you guys.
Dakota's show. Goodbye. Like, subscribe.
Love you guys. Peace. Hare Krishna.
So we actually had a minute left. But
Okay, cool.
do we? Yeah, nice.
cool.